For Elixir Boost Magic Tiles, the best star upgrades are, the ones who get the maximum or the fastest attack speed, which is typically around 0.5 to zero point 0.6 and above. And yeah, it's time to rank them. Basically, I'm going in an order where which star upgrade gives you the most value per elixir. So let's rank them. And armor for Clash the Knight, it really doesn't do much apart from getting you more shield. It doesn't make the cut to get the more elixir, so it goes on C because you get some defense, but yeah, fine. And next we have the Clash Louder. It does almost the same, so it also goes in the C. It's not C is like, it is in rare case it's useful when you have no other minis to place, then yeah, you might go for this. And yeah, it basically gives you more survivability. And next is the Barbarian. So it really does nothing. Barbarian, maybe this the second one, Rage plus 0.3 attack speed, it can get you up to 1, so I would gonna give it a C. But other than that, it's not at all helpful. For Miner, yeah, it depends on your situation. Most of the time you're gonna just try to increase his overall attack speed, but yeah, it really depends on the situation, so I might was give all of this a C. Next, Archer. Archer is one of the best minis that you can place on his tiles, so it goes to an S. The archery, well, basically you can put the rush in an S and the other upgrades in an E tier because it provides more support, and this tier, the rush one, will gonna get her more hit speed, so that's there. Next we have Spear Goblin. Spear Goblin, again, it really doesn't do much apart from the last change that they did, that the skillful toss gives 100% attack speed. They changed it in update 7 second patch note, so it will gonna go to S if you're gonna use it very carefully though. Next we have Wizard. Again, it all depends on the placement, but not so sure. 0.3 attack speed will gonna get you guys nothing, so it's an D tier. Next we have Ice Wizard. It has 0.5, it has a greater hit speed, so all of the upgrades are gonna make sure the opponents are get slowed, so I'm gonna give the first and second upgrade a B tier, but the Clash, it just doesn't make any difference though. And for Lumberjack, the Rage initial bottle, which will gonna give the best S tier upgrade out of all of the available upgrades in my opinion, because it will gonna give you you should not place Lumberjack on the tile, but you should place it adjacent to that mini, whichever you're gonna get it upgraded to. So the Clash will gonna give an S, and the Strong Sip will gonna give 50% attack speed initially, so these two combine do very well. And yeah, for the next 6 seconds, it will gonna be an S. You can also put this in A, but yeah, these are yes for the moment. Skeleton Guard, it does nothing, to be honest. So you can use the KO Lost on C because it will gonna make sure that your minis are gonna survive for a lot longer. It really depends on what kind of deck you're building, so yeah, that's there. Next we have the Dagger Goblin. Well, to be exact, this anti-heal upgrade will not gonna do much, but it still gets an A because it improves the overall attack speed of the Dagger Goblin, and Boast definitely an S, and the Rampage is definitely an S too. It is one of the best minis that you can use if you're trying to gain elixir. And for Fisherman, it's really dead. Nothing much happens in the Fisherman area nowadays, so sorry for that. And next we have Snipe Musketeer, and it really depends on the Archer Queen archetype that you're gonna try to build, but this double shot is solid A, and this stun shot will gonna be a solid A too, because it will gonna give you more time to stay on the battlefield. And yeah, this really can be a B because it just reduces one energy. It really doesn't do much bigger area. Next, Giant Skeleton, trash, just straight up trash. You should not be using Giant Skeleton on this magic tile, because Giant Skeleton has point attack speed, and moreover you are gonna try to make sure that he is dead as soon as possible, so it will not gonna give enough value. Next we have this Swordsman. It doesn't contribute that much. Basically, the primary attack hit speed is the one that takes count. So yeah, these upgrades are gonna make sure that she's gonna survive for longer. When all of them combine, it can be a solid B too, because you're gonna make sure the swordsman survives for a longer duration of time. And yeah, basically HP also depends. Most of the cases HP will gonna come into matter when you play 4 Elixir minis. 3 Elixir minis, yeah, basically so far you really don't have that much use case except for Knight. But yeah, his attack speed is not at all worthy for this to be placed on the magic tile. So I'm placing Swordsman on the B tier because he or she, whatever, it gets upgraded to 50 HP at max. So overall solid B. Mini P.E.K.K.A, if you are using it as a drain element for the enemy, you can be a B. The other ones it are really dependent. It really depends on the situation, but for now it really doesn't do that much. Next you have Dart Goblin. This endless shot S tier primarily, and you've also got the boost. This is a different kind of boost. You get 2x attack damage, which is interesting. And yeah, the shield breaker depends on the situation. If you're trying to go against Shield Maiden or the Grand Warden or the Knight, so that's it where it is helpful. So it's a solid B. It's a good long range shooter. Next we have Bowler. The first two upgrades Clash really doesn't do that much, so they go in the C, but the third upgrade Strike gives you a 60% attack speed, and it's a solid B. It really doesn't do that much, but it's really good though. Healing Ranger, overall combined you guys can get a good attack speed if this is the last mini that you can place in round 3, because you have used all of your primary attack ranges in the initial rounds. So yeah, this will gonna be a B tier. Next we have Valkyrie, same goes with her also. It really doesn't do that much, or upgrade to abilities that she can put forth on the board aren't really that much, so it's a C tier. She really has a good hit speed, but she has good amount of tankiness, but she doesn't cut the storm. Yeah, it really doesn't do that much as well, so it's a D tier. You wanna use it when you're gonna use with RC combinations that you're gonna stun and overheal, but the attack speed is way too slow for it to get any kind of advantages. Next we have Prince. Amount of damage also for that, so I'm gonna put it at B, and this at B, the Clash one at B, and my favorite 2x attack damage at A tier because it also gives a good value for the upgrade. And I'm very much confused about Puni if it lies on A or B. If it I have to check on this one. If the Pony also gets the +1 elixir every time, then it's also solid A, but it depends. Clash Mini is a game, it really all depends on the situation. For P.E.K.K.A, all of them gets a solid B. It all, when combined, all of them can get an A because you have more HP on the board. So yeah, Magic Archer, no questions asked, all are of tier S because it's so much value, because you can't pull him out and you can stop all the prince charges. Miner is basically dead in this meta. So yeah, Magic Archer gets in solid S. Battle Healer, she has a good hit speed, and it only works on some archetypes that you wanna build with, playing the healing game, so it gets an B tier, all three of them. And for Mega Knight, he has good hit speed, but still his HP can sometimes make a difference, so this also has to be the last cost that you wanna mini, that if you have anything in the round that you wanna place it, so this will get there. All of them solid S tiers, because if you're gonna use it well, then you might as well get some more elixir, because it goes up to 1 second per hit. So yeah, and Witch also solid S tier, but you have to be careful with Witch that you do not encounter Magic Archer or the RC on opponent's side. Then yeah, this is good. Royal Ghost, it's dependent. The Isolated is a solid A tier, and the Humble B and Ghost is an solid A tier also. It all depends on the archetype that you want to build. For Bandit, she used to be good in the last update 6, but now she has great rock bottom and she isn't that much helpful without her stun. So it could be a C tier because she has decent hit speed and she can dash and she can still dash around, but it doesn't make the cut. And yeah, to conclude the tier list, we have S tier the Archer, the Dagger Goblin, Dart Goblin, Magic Archer, and we have Electro Wizard, Witch, and Pink Fury with all these 4 heroes for today's Elixir Magic Tile called Elixir Boosts. And apart from that, you guys have Prince, which is a good combo, Tail and Ghost, and Grand Warden with Barbarian King also have some good decks around them. Musketeer also depends on the Archer Queen archetype, and Archer Lumberjack, it's a really good supporting unit, so you can use that. The Dagger Goblin, yeah. Basically, rest of them, B tier is like it's the last thing that you want to put it on the magic tile. C and D tier, forget about them, they are not at all useful. So that's it for Elixir Boost and today's tile.